another Piggy's project where I, Piggy, break down DIY crafts with a nerdy spin. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. Just don't tell anyone, okay? That's good. There's no one behind me. It's really hard to say this. I am a Disney adult. Yes, I know. No one's shocked. But it does lead us into this week's project. You see, my home park, which is Disneyland, just reopened. And in honor of that, and in honor and extreme anticipation for the new Cruella movie, I mean, look at this top. I decided to do one of my favorite projects, and that is mini ears. This is a quick and easy project that you can do to match any character that you love. Also, Riff Raff loves them apparently. Hi, baby. Anywho, let's go see what magic we can create and what items we need to create it. You ready, Riff?
Here's the list of what you'll need for this project. I find that a quarter of fabric is more than enough for my ears, and if you want, you can get different fabric for your bow or use the same fabric. Now, I usually use headbands from Joann's. These are the best quality I found. They don't hurt my head, they're not super thin, and they're already covered with fabric, which saves me an extra step. I like to use interfacing and foam board to make sure they're as sturdy as possible, as well as fiber fill to give it that extra puffiness. And lastly, you just usually need your sewing tools along with some hot glue. There are many patterns online you can use, but I tend to just trace a circle around the size I want. The biggest circle is for your ears. The second circle, I usually put about a seam allowance smaller, and that's for your interfacing. And then lastly, the third circle is slightly smaller from the interfacing, and this is for your foam. This is probably the piece of the pattern you might be playing with the most to get that perfect fit. Now that you have your pieces cut out, the first thing we want to do is iron the interfacing onto the wrong side of your ears. Then we're going to put right sides together and sew about 3/4 around, leaving enough of an opening for the foam and stuffing. If you are using patterns that need to face a certain way, make sure you're not only lining the pattern up, but that you're aware of your start and ending points. The part of the ear you leave open is going to be the bottom that attaches to the headband. Now that those pieces are sewn, we are going to want to trim around the edges just to make it easier for when we flip them right side out, and then go ahead and press those seams. Now we are going to slide in the foam and maneuver it so the foam edge is pressed against the seam. This again gives us a little more structure and a round shape. Just be prepared that this probably is the piece that you are going to have to play with the most to get that perfect fit, but once you feel secure and you like it, just go ahead and stuff it. Personally, I like my ears to be overfilled. Now, if you are going to want a professional look, out of the store type ears, you're going to want to do a different step than what I'm doing. You're going to want to do an invisible seam with a hand stitch. I don't know that, so I like to use hot glue, and the glue I use tends to be the fabric glue, so it's a little stronger. Just be careful because as you play with it to form it the way you want, you probably are going to get burned. My go-to trick with this is I like to pull one side of the fabric as tight as I can and then glue that on the inside of the ear to the foam. The other side that's not glued down is I kind of just pull, pinch, and fold so it has a nice edge as much as possible with the hot glue until there's just kind of that flat bottom that gives you an easy access to put it to the headband. Now it's time to make the bow. This is just a simple bow measured around 8 by 11 inches. So first you're going to want to fold the fabric together hot dog style and sew along the edge. Flip that right side out and fold hamburger style and sew along the edge again. We are going to turn that right side out one more time. Now you can make a casing for the bow, but I like to use every last scrap, so I am using some trim. Pinch in the middle for your desired look and then glue the trim around. Just be careful not to glue the trim to the bow so you can adjust it when you need to. Now that you have the ears sewn or glued and the bow is ready to go, you are going to want to measure the middle of the headband and then space out the ears from there. Depending on the band, I may move out 1 to 2 inches from the middle on both sides and mark. Once you like the placement of the ears, glue and attach. The middle mark you made is usually where I put my bow. Now in this situation, the glue did not like the leather trim I was using, but like Cruella, I want what I want, so we're going to make it work. Now that everything is attached, this is where you can add all the special bits for that extra glam. I chose to use these Dalmatian buttons because what is Cruella without her dogs?
And voila, the perfect project for any fashionista Disney lover. And I had so much fun making the first one. I made two! So comment below which one you prefer. The good dog or Born Bad? And if you guys are as excited for Cruella as I am, comment below what you are most excited to see in the movie or what you're hoping that might happen in the movie. And then lastly, never forget to hit that like and subscribe for more nerdy content. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, stay nerdy. Bye guys.